And what we have today, guys, is the newest Bedrock Beta Banana 1.16 100.59 out now, guys. ChangeLog, let's go. Hey there, guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from, this is my update world, which I have brought over to Windows 10 from my console edition. Guys, this is a super cool beta out now. Few small changes, bug fixes, and some gameplay stuff, guys. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like this sort of content, want to get notified of all the different updates that go on in Minecraft beta or regular. And yeah, I noticed over here that there was a ton of, there is too. That we're here. What's going on? Okay, let's get out of here. We don't want to make too much noise. So guys, the newest beta has kind of some small changes with regards to the way that nether stuff grows, in addition to some block changes and some user interface changes, guys. Consider subscribing. Already did that, guys. It was weird. Megaspud did not tweet this out. I noticed it a little bit late, may I add, from David Freeze. I am never going to pronounce his name right, but what I do know is that he is the guy with the beta banana. So let's do the changelog. There is a link to the changelog in the description below, and if you want to read it for yourself, you're more than welcome to do it, or listen to me, and then we're going to look at some of the stuff. So Minecraft Bedrock Beta 1.16 100.59, guys. Do not open your worlds in the beta if you want to keep them in the regular version of Minecraft. There's a video in the description as well that will teach you how to join and leave the beta should you desire. Those guys, those Wally Zoglins down there are just really being weird right now, so let's keep going. Changes. Render Dragon has been re-enabled in this beta, so it wasn't in the last beta. Nice. Fixes performance and stability. Fix several crashes that could occur during gameplay. Fix a crash that could occasionally occur while flying or moving around the game world. Blocks. Signs can no longer be placed on end rods. Blocks can only be obtained with commands. No longer have placeholder tooltip. Fixed crimson roots, warp roots, and nether sprouts not generating in the nether. They just wouldn't generate. How awesome is that? Yeah. Walls converted from console edition saves now joined properly. Excuse me. Item lock icon tooltip no longer appears in when the show game tag rule is false. Fixed an issue that was causing some item recipes to be missing from the crafting window. Armor no longer gets stuck in the hotbar after interacting with an armor stand. This was a thing. I noticed that one. Added book and quill back to the creative item inventory. User fix. Fixed the profile button in the pause menu not being sized correctly. It was super long, if I remember correctly. Commands. So there's been some technical changes and commands. We have added the ability to pick different shake types using /camera shake. Fixed an issue where custom items were not added to the creative item inventory and therefore could not be used with commands. Fixed a bug where a request queued with /schedule would not clear out when executed and would execute when re-entering a level. Added the /schedule on area loaded command in an overload that allows you to track a circular area by specifying the center and the radius. Also added serialization for the queue of requests. So basically they made it so that something can happen when you enter an area. Fixed issues with the /schedule command that would consider an area loaded before it was actually loaded, and command now respects which dimension it's queued in. So yeah, that would be a bad thing if you had something happen when no one was there to see it. Add block. Fixed issue with block sync. Add block content is now allowed to use vanilla block identifiers to avoid content collisions. Set block at POS does not modify the block position from incoming parameters. Components. Added a lock-in inventory component that could be applied via an item give and replace item commands. This prevents the item from being removed from the player inventory, dropped, or crafted with. For example, give at S apple 10 item lock. Mode basically will give you those apples and you won't be able to ditch them no matter what. Added a lock slot component that can be applied to an item via the give and replace item commands. This prevents the item from being moved and removed in its slot. The player's inventory dropped or craft with. Again, same example. Added keep on death component, which can be applied to an item via the give and replace item command. The component prevents the item from being dropped when the player dies. So same thing again, guys. The item icon component items now have a very easy way to set the icon for an item displaying in the user interface. Component variables. Texture, full path icon, image to use as items icon, no default frame. Mojang script to be executed at runtime to determine the icon's current frame can be a constant, defaults to 0. Legacy texture ID, the name of the texture used on legacy items, no default. Legacy frame, Mojang script can be executed at runtime to determine icon's current frame can be a constant. So data-driven blocks added to the block display name component to allow display names to be configured in the localization table. Made entity collision and pick collision take into account the rotation on a block. Fixed animations not running on mobs spawned with custom events. Added support on interact trigger components. Improved support for interact modifying used items. Changed durability set on another item. Fixed issue where on interact would duplicate if the item was used in an event response killed the player. Fixed custom items functioning or rendering correctly on the client in a server client ratio scenario. Holy cow, that whole last one just killed me. So let's talk about simple stuff, guys. These guys here, they weren't functioning in the nether. Let's go in the nether. Let's go have fun. Why not? We could go in the nether. There's a lot of zoglins and hoglins. There you go. I noticed they're everywhere. I feel like I did this, but basically they weren't spawning. We weren't getting our usual sprouts, nether sprouts. So these aren't even in our mix. It's basically sprouts and fungus and roots. So these roots right here, crimson roots, warped roots, and our sprouts, nether sprouts, I believe they're called. Yep, nether sprouts. None of these were functioning and actually growing in the nether. Now they are. Feel good about it. Awesome. I don't like you. And yeah, so let's go back to the overworld. That's pretty much the only nether one that was in here. Actually, while we're here, let's look at one thing. So this guy here, this profile button, it was really long and weird before. In addition to that, you'll notice in this screen we have our, I guess it's in every screen, the render dragon at the top right here. I guess I'll use my pointer. This was disabled for the last update. Not sure why, not sure how it works or what exactly happened with that. But let's keep going into the game. And let's go back over here. Let's take a look at armor and armor stands. This was a problem. Wow, I don't have it on slash. And so I'm going to jump over to this little clip it because I've added it after the fact because I saw some people talking on Twitter about it. Go. So they have increased the render distance. Unfortunately, I see some people on Twitter saying that they've increased the render distance to 160 chunks. I, however, am not able to get that. It looks like 128 is the distance that I could get. So basically, if you go in here, again, this comes with the addition of the render dragon. I feel like, yeah, this is definitely increased by a lot. But basically, if you go in here and then you go over to video, you go to your chunks. Like I said, I don't know what people are talking about online, but for me, I can only get to 128 chunks. I wonder if there's a scale modifier. No. For me, I think 128 chunks is definitely an improvement as far as I'm concerned, and that is a lot of world right there. If you take a look at that. So guys, I like where this is going. This is super cool. I remember in the olden days, you don't really see very far. It's operating pretty smooth. Let's go back to the video. Perfect. I guess I didn't do that. These guys are still being weirdos, right? You've seen this. They've been doing this all day. Not sure what's going on with them. I think they're attacking the armor stand. You think they're attacking the armor stand? Uh-oh. So I just totally ruined my actual showcase here. So yeah, let's just go back to armor stand. I was literally going to show you guys this. So basically before, I even tested it before the update came out. But when you were, yeah, they hate armor stands. This is a real thing. Okay, so let's do this. At least it'll take them a bit. So basically, this was getting stuck. It was. I was testing it before. Basically, it would stay in your hotbar and wouldn't go in the thing no matter how much you clicked it. So, yeah, bang, bang, bang. We're on creative, so it acts funky, but yeah, done, fixed and fixed. And pretty much we have all of that. I guess item lock, book and quill is now in the creative inventory is another one that that they had here. I guess it was out for a little bit. Book and quill. Yeah, we got it. Book and quill's ready to go. And yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy signs. Okay, that's another one I guess we're going to do right here. We could test this one out. Signs can no longer be placed on end rods. So let's do this. End rods. I don't know why they did that. I have to say, it seems fishy. Not sure that you can't. I guess it looked kind of cool if you put it on top, but now you have to just put it next to it, and that's it. But okay, guys, don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel, guys. And yeah, we'll do tutorials, things like that. There's hoglins and zoglins all over the world. At least these guys stopped fighting. I feel like, yeah, I think that's super weird. I didn't know that they want to attack armor stands. See what he's doing? He is fighting the armor stand. This is super weird. So, oh, he's trying to get the other one now. So basically, zoglins hate armor stands. This is super weird. Look, he's gonna go around. Yes. Okay, guys, smash the like, and I'll catch you on the next one.